Time for Twins Pod. It's going to be a damn good show. Yeah. Hey, have you had any pushback from conservatives on your stance on Jews?
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Like the whole Conservative Inc., you know, the Charlie Kirks, the Ben Shapiro. Like, I'm not invited to the TV, the turning points anymore, these type of things.
Yeah,
It's kind of like you have to be pro-Israel to be in the mainstream conservative movement, which is unfortunate. I think it's really causing a split, though, because a lot of conservatives don't, they're seeing these guys aren't our ally, aren't our friend. They don't want to go along with this bullshit. They see that they're paying all these influencers to say this. You realize, like, oh, these influencers don't really believe that. They're being paid. They're being, Charlie Kirk is being funded by Israel. Like, Ben Shapiro is being funded by Israel. These guys,
The crazy thing about that, when you say that these people are being funded by Israel, the money that they're getting from Israel is actually our own tax dollars.
Yep, they funnel the money back.
Yeah.
Pretty
because
brilliant.
they're not self-reliant. They depend solely on us. Without us, there's no Israel. So when these people are getting this money from whether it's Democrat or Republican, all it is our tax dollars getting funneled back to us.
Yep, they funnel it back to buy our politicians and our influencers.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a big thing with a few conservatives. They were being paid by Russia to do content.
Yeah,
it was a problem, but Israel, that's totally fine.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. There was those like police raids and stuff over to Russia, or the Russian guy paying them, but then they don't do it with Israel. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, Russia, they're evil. Jews, they are our greatest ally.
No, I see. My bad.
Huge difference.
Yeah, it's pretty wild when you start seeing it.
Yeah. Did you used to be in good standing with them before, or?
Yeah. No, I was invited to all those turning point things and whatnot.
Oh wow, yeah.
But yeah, not anymore. I'd rather speak the truth and be part of these cliques and clubs, And I think ultimately more and more people are switching over. They're starting to realize these guys are frauds. You're going to have to be confronted with, it's going to be a slow process, but the young people are not pro-Israel. The conservatives too. And I don't, unless they do a major like blitz campaign like they did before, propaganda-wise, they're not going to become pro-Israel.
Right.
Which is probably why they need to take control of Twitter, Facebook. You take control of all these things again. Otherwise, people aren't going to be pro-Israel.
Do you think something good comes out of our relationship with Israel? Would you say that stabilizes the Middle East?
No, I think it destabilizes the Middle East. I think that's the big problem in the Middle East. The Middle East was super pro-America before Israel.
Right.
Like after World War II, all the people loved America, but Israel is the reason that we started having the rift. That's the reason we fight all these wars. That people use that, it's a strategic place. They don't do anything for us. They don't send any soldiers to war for us. We don't get any oil. Even those wars, they say, hey, all right, we're fighting the Iraq war for oil. We didn't even take the oil. If we had taken the oil, at least we could be like, hey, I have cheap oil now, cheap gas. We didn't take the oil. So it's doesn't make any sense.
Right, and everything that Israel does, this, might be when other countries, like when there's bombing Gaza and Lebanon and all those countries, because of those incidents, is being funded by the United States, so they hold us responsible. That's why we see all these people burning our flag.
Yeah, and it's way more likely to cause more terrorist attacks, this type of stuff. I mean, obviously that's a separate problem, but we help funnel and cause the problem.
Right.
Like when what's his name, Bin Laden attacked the trade centers. If it was him, it was very clear that he doesn't like America's relationship with Israel. It wasn't because he hates our freedom. It was because we fund Israel.
Yeah.
Like hates our freedom's like his own words, or no, it's not. That's not why he hates us.
Yeah. Like I think Ben Shapiro and Andrew Tate's got a beef going.
I'm not surprised. I missed that one, but that's not surprising.
I didn't know about that one. Yeah, I heard it a little bit.
Did you know that OnlyFans gives tens of millions of dollars a year to AIPAC? Ben
What?
Shapiro never mentions that, does he? Wants to cry his eyes out that I used to be a pornographer. Because I've admitted that over a decade ago, I had an e-girl studio. Girls would sit there in grainy footage, 480p, you could barely see anything, and sometimes they'd be topless. Yes, I've admitted it. I've talked about it at length. It's true. It's been a decade, but for some reason you want to pretend that still stains my character and I'm a bad person and I'm a pornographer. How come you're still taking money from porn today? And let's talk about the thing I did, my e-girl studio. You can compare that to Playboy. That is a girl sitting there with no top on. What you were doing, you were taking money from OnlyFans, which is far more comparable to Pornhub, homosexuality, transsexuals. Who's that woman who just slept with 1,000 men in a day? That was all on OnlyFans to make money, which then goes to AIPAC to pay for you. So
dude, I didn't know this.
Well, yeah, that's one of the top contributors.
Because 10 years ago, I managed to buy myself a couple nice cars and a couple watches because there were some women sitting on a camera without a top on, while you are currently taking money from homosexual porn, transsexual porn, and the degradation of women at a level of whoredom we have never seen in history, and they are paying you right now, today, is absolutely hypocritical. And all these conservatives who are pro-Israel and pro-AIPAC who want to complain about my past also need to understand that OnlyFans, the thing that is capturing the hearts and minds of all the young women out there in the world and turning them into sluts for money, is paying for AIPAC. And
wow. That's what Israel gives us.
No, you're hypocritical and you're immoral. And you don't want to address the actual truth of anything. You just want to try and find a reason to attack us. Ben Shapiro currently gets paid every time a tranny fucks a dude. So for him to say a single thing about my past is a joke.
Wow.
Did he respond to this or no? Probably.
I wouldn't. I would just let it go.
Like nothing to respond to that. Like, yeah, I'll just ignore this one. I do take money for gay guys banging each other. I'm just going to leave this be.
Oh, my. Damn. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. That's like, one of their, I think it's their top contributor. Which is a little weird. That's what Israel gives us, OnlyFans.
We got a new giveaway, 47 Inauguration Edition. Ram, Diesel, 2500 Heavy Duty, We the People, 47 Edition. If you're in our contest today, we give you 5 times the interest. That means for every dollar you spend, you get 5 times the interest. So if you spend $5, you get 25 interest. That's $30. Now that's 30 interest. 5 times 5 is 25. You blacks. Just go to officialhearttwins.com. Anything you buy from the site, get you automatically. Yeah, enter the win. Yeah. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See official rules for details. Yeah.